And we're back. All right. So we just finished our looting, and are we continuing to Tazir?
Yes.
Yep. What are you doing with the armor? Are you putting it on, or are you like lugging it with you?
I'm not putting it on yet.
And you're carrying the great sword, aren't you, Ada?
Yeah.
I'm not carrying it.
Yeah, I got it. Actually, Haviland, if you want to take a look at it real quick.
At what? Sorry. At
The great sword.
Yeah, I'll give it a look. After
While he's looking, what time of day is it?
Oh, talking to me? Sorry. It is. It's. Let's see. You guys traveled for, then you started out there, so it's probably like midday.
Okay.
Okay.
Oddaz just asked me to look at the great sword. Is there anything I can take from it?
Oh, and have a look at the armor as well.
Yeah.
Okay. The armor as well.
Okay. You don't detect any magic on the armor. You do detect magic on the sword. It appears to be a +1 magic greatsword.
So not masterwork, but just +1.
No, that's. I mean, every magic sword is masterwork. I mean, by definition, basically.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go then.
Let's head.
Well, then let's head to the day.
Everyone get the coconuts out and start making their horse noises. Where are we
Yeah.
rolling to town?
I think
Let's
that's
not go back to Clover. It's a silly place.
I'm going to assume that was Monty Python.
Yeah, of course it was.
I don't recognize it.
I'm just waiting for Sir not appearing in this film to pop up.
Okay, so you guys end up having to spend one more night on the Traders Road, and you end up in Tazir the next day. Just a couple things about Tazir. Where's the damn map? I just saw it. Image. Okay, yeah, it's like on a bluff overlooking the sea. It's not quite the size of Westgate. Let me pull up the map for you guys, actually. Bam. Nope, that didn't do it. Let's try this again. Bam. Okay, so I'll go to 110%. Alright, so yeah, there's the Dragon Mirror, which is like kind of this little inlet area of the Sea of Falling Stars. And
I can only see the main map at the moment.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
what I'm
Dragon
showing
Mirror's
you.
the
Yeah.
lake or the.
This thing. If that popped up.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, not what I meant to do.
Oh, now it's changed.
Yeah, that's because I deleted the whole map on accident. Yeah, so right there is Tazir. It stands on a bluff overlooking the Dragon Mirror. It's not quite as large as Westgate, but it's definitely their rival in merchant trade. It's a sprawling, unwalled city situated high on the bluff. Previous cities that used to exist on this site were attacked, sacked, and burned several times throughout history. But Tazir was founded about 160 years ago by a council of merchants, and it is still run by a council of merchants. There are temples to Azuth, Shantae, Helm, Torm, Timora, and Tyr, all within the city.
What's the average sort of population? Is this thousands?
Good question. Let's see. Tizir. $40,000. It swells to over 50 in the summer as like merchants pour in from around.
He said it's unwalled,
Correct.
so if I was rolling in, wouldn't, nobody would notice.
Right. Yeah. That's pretty accurate.
Well, what time of day is it when we get there then?
Once again, it's like midday. It's like, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think we should find lodging for the evening before we secure lodging before we go out and explore the city or do anything else. So that way we have a quote-unquote home base to come back to.
Agreed.
Okay, as you enter the town, you see that like the base of the town, there's like a patrol barracks and a watch station, and you're sort of like on this little winding road that goes through like it's called Shantytown, which is kind of like where all these like little shitty houses are. There's a lot of people that look like they're fairly impoverished, and it looks a little shady. So you kind of have to roll through like the shady part of town. You guys are looking for an inn first?
Yeah. Respectable then. Nothing 5-star. We're looking for about a 3.
Gotcha.
So
you find a place called the Witch and Chariot, and it's in the caravan ward, which is kind of like where all the merchants bring their caravans from the road that you guys were on.
Okay.
The street outside is filled with the scent of sweat and dung.
Lovely smell.
The inn is a single-story timber-framed building with thatched roof and dwarven wrought iron tables and chairs. You guys walk inside and you see that it actually used to be a barracks, but it's been converted into an inn and tavern, and so there are like collections of armor, suits of armor like all over the walls and stuff. It's a single large room when you walk in, and there's like an innkeep / bartender standing at the end. He or she stands about 3 foot tall. She's a gnome. And she's just sitting there wiping the counters down.
Okay, well, I'll walk up to the counter.
Alright, she says, you be needing a room, some food, or both?
For right now, 5 rooms will do us for right now. We'll be back later for some food, but we just want somewhere to set our gear down before we go out into town.
She turns to a female gnome that's sitting at the bar. And she says, 5 rooms, he says. Ha ha ha. He says, I'm sorry, sir. We only got 1 room, but we got 5 beds.
That works fine with me.
I guess that will do. How much for the room?
5 silver each.
Do that.
I kind of look at everybody.
I pitch it in.
That's fine.
All right.
Okay, we'll take it.
She says, here you go, and she leads you back into a large room with wooden cots, and then like a loft with more wooden cots, and there's already like there's like 2 or 3 people sitting in there, just kind of hanging out. One of them is reading. The other 2 are like sitting on a cot talking, playing some cards.
Yeah, do we really want to go dorm style, guys?
I don't care either way.
Turn to the gnome and say how much to buy the entirety of the room. So it's for the 5.
And she says, "You want me to throw out my customers?"
Yeah, we'll pay for for them to find lodging elsewhere?
I honestly don't care enough to have these fine folks thrown out.
I don't want to make too much of a scene. Yeah.
Merely asking a question.
She kind of looks at them and they kind of shrug. She's like, well, I suppose 10 gold will get you the room to yourself.
I'm happy to share.
Suit yourself. She she just walks back towards like the serving area.
So how many beds are in this big room? If we've got 5, how many others?
There's like 14 beds.
How many people are we sharing with?
There's 3 people in there. An elven woman who's with another dwarf. This place is like full of women for some reason. There's like it's like an elven female and a dwarven female. They're the ones playing cards, and there's a human male that's laying in bed reading a book. You notice that both the elf and the dwarf are wearing like heavy armor.
Well, gents, I have a couple of errands to run. Merrick, if you'll hand me the gold, I'll get the courier.
Ah,
All right.
give him the bag of gold.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
How
See,
old is
I'm-
the elf woman? About? Can I guesstimate?
How old is she?
Yes.
Is that what you said? It's kind of hard. I mean, it's pretty hard to tell. I mean, like all elves kind of look youngish, so it's not
All y'all elves look alike.
like even older elves. They might show a tiny bit of
That
age,
sounds racial.
but
They all look alike.
so no, you can't discern
Okay.
how old she is. She kind of glances up at you with like moderate curiosity.
I nod at her and then I turn back to Merrick and say, should we all go on your little adventure or should some of us stay behind? What's your thoughts?
Um,
Do we want to seek it out now or wait till tomorrow?
what time did you say it was?
I have a
Midday.
Midday. Time. I imagine we probably should do it today, but
Okay.
I've got a couple of errands to run myself. So
yeah.
maybe if we meet at the Temple of Helm at maybe dinner time, 5, 6.
All right.
You don't think that'd be too late to call on her?
4.
Okay, but if I'm not there, just carry on without me. All right.
Okay.
And where are we meeting? At the Temple of the Helm?
Temple of Helm.
Okay, we can ask directions, I mean. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We can't, I'll
I think I
head
just
off
find a
next
cot
time.
and kind of plop down on it for now.
All right. So who's wanting to go where?
I want to find blacksmith.
A weaponsmith or an armorer?
Armor smith.
Okay.
I pretty much have nothing to do, so I will accompany Marek if he needs any help lugging some stuff around.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think I might take the opportunity just to wander about. Is there likely to be a place that I could buy like a long smoking pipe and some tobacco?
Yeah, sure.
He's turning into Gandalf, guys.
Yeah.
Probably for just like maybe a gold or something like that. You could get that.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll do that.
See, I'm gonna head to the innkeeper.
Okay.
I kind of just go up and ask, "Hey, you guys see a lot of things coming through here, right?"
Yeah, quite a bit. It's a pretty busy area. A lot of travelers, a lot of people passing through. Some people staying a while.
You haven't heard anything about a band of gypsies coming through, have you? Head of them's a gnome like yourself, calls himself Jolly. I think they've got a dwarf, or excuse me, drow soothsayer with them.
No, can't say I've ever heard of that.
Gypsies.
Appreciate it anyway. You wouldn't happen to know where any couriers would be around here, would you?
Couriers. Yeah, I could take care of that for you. We tend to do a little bit of, we like to help our guests out. So if I could get you a courier. What do you need to send?
Gold.
Gold. Okay. Sending a courier with gold can be a little bit expensive because of the risk involved.
Understandable.
How much gold are we talking about here?
300 pieces.
That's quite a bit of gold.
Quite a bit of help's needed.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. I'll let you know by the morning.
I appreciate it.
She nods.
And I guess I head to the weaponsmith.
Weaponsmith. Okay, so you're going to the weaponsmith. Merrick's going to the armorer. Correct?
Dante's coming with me.
And Dante's going with you. Okay, so we'll do the armory first. She points you to a place called the Dragon's Armory.
Good name.
The street outside is very crowded. There's a procession happening, like going through the street, and it's members of the Rune Carvers Guild are doing like a small parade. So the street's very busy, but you manage to weave your way into the store. It's a single-story building with a green tile roof. It's brightly lit by magical candles and chandeliers. And the shopkeeper is it's a woman named Laura. She greets you. Says, "Welcome to the Dragon's Armory. How can I help you, gentlemen?"
Hi, I've got a set of armor that I'd like a couple of modifications to, please.
What kind of modifications?
It's a set of full plate armor. I'm not actually entirely sure of like it seems quite high quality, but I'm not 100% on that. What I want is the black sheen taken off it, the symbol on the front taken off as well, and replaced with this symbol, and I'll point to like the tabard on my chest.
Mm-hmm. She looks at it and she goes, "Hey, I recognize this." And she's pointing at the suit armor that you just handed her.
Yeah.
She's like, "This is the symbol of the men of the basilisk. Where did you get this?"
Scum tried to rob us. They imposed a toll on a bridge just as we came out to the Traders Road, and yeah, it didn't end well for them. Let's just say that.
Well, cheers. Well, there's a bit of damage on this suit, particularly here in the front. You'd probably have to fix that for you too if you want this thing to be useful.
That would be helpful, yeah. Fortunately, it's from this as well, and I'll pull out my sword and just sheath it. Like I said, it didn't end too well for him.
Yes, I see. Yeah, I could probably do this for you. 200 gold?
I'd say that's agreeable. I can work with that.
Sure. Can I interest you in any of my other fine pieces that I have?
Do you have any capes? Capes,
I'm
Helmets?
afraid I only deal in armor.
Yeah, of course.
I do have some helmets. They're not of the magical variety though.
Let's have a look at them.
All right, so she just like sets up a few of her, like she's like, those are my very own designs. She's like, if you're interested in any magical shields, she says, I see that you've got a shield there. I do have a few of those.
Do you have any light shields?
Sure do. She pulls down 2 light steel shields. One of them is it's a +1 shield. And she says, this once belonged to a half-orc fighter named Braco. He vanished into the dark hive of a lich. This other one here, it's a +1 shield. It also has like a special effect. And it's painted with an unknown coat of arms. I have to see what that effect is. I don't think you can afford it anyways. Just saying.
Only I'd kept that 300 gold. I know I've got 655 gold.
Yeah, both of these shields are over 1,000.
Shit.
I do have like 2,000 gold,
Give
by
it
the way.
alone.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
Hoarder. What a
You want to
hoarder.
know what the special ability is on that shield?
Yeah, sure.
It's covered with jagged burrs and razor-sharp serrations that saw and grind whenever the wearer is grappled or entangled. Any creature succeeding at a grapple combat maneuver check against the wearer takes damage equal to the armor or shield's enhancement bonus, which is +1.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's an anti-grapple shield.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm okay for shields right now. I think they might be a bit too expensive for my blood.
Sure enough. Well, just go ahead and leave that suit of armor with me. I'm a little backed up right now, so it's going to take me at least 2 days to get it finished.
2 days? No problem.
Good day to you.
And to you?
Alright, who's at the weaponsmith?
You.
Alright, so you're at the Fox's Arms. It's a 2-story building. You walk in. Shopkeeper greets you. Hello, my name's Boren. Can I help you?
Yes, sir. I actually have a rapier I need repaired. I pull it out, lay it on the counter.
He looks at it. Kind of like runs his hand along it, checks it out. He says, "Yeah, I could fix this for you. How's 50 gold sound?"
Agreeable, but I also have a few things that I really don't need, and I think you might be interested in. I first pull out the long sword, kind of show it to him, tell him it's, really good quality, and he can try it out a little bit for himself, see?
Yeah, he checks it out. He holds it in his hand. Is that just a regular longsword, or is it a master?
Masterwork, I believe. It was off of the archer.
Oh, okay. No, their bows were masterwork, but their longswords were just regular.
Oh.
So he's like, "Yeah, it's not a bad piece. It's not that great either, but I'll knock 5 gold off if you want to give me this."
Sure. Also, I have a bow you might be interested in.
Okay.
And I, take it, hand it to him.
And he says, "Now this is a pretty decent craftsmanship." Says, "I think we could call this an even trade."
Okay, and I have actually one more thing I think you might be interested in, unless you looking to buy some armor too. Or is that not your deal?
No, I don't deal in armor, sir.
Very well, very well. And I show him the great sword. And when I do, I kind of, go, I've saved the best for last on this one.
So he checks it out and he says, "Yes, this is very nice." He says, "Does it have any enchantments?"
As a matter of fact, yes.
He says, "Well, I'm afraid I'd have to verify that before I could buy it off of you.
Very well.
Could you leave it with me for the night?"
Sure, I have to have my rapier repaired anyway.
All right. Well, I'll call my guy, or not call him. I'll
All right there, Rick
I'll get-
Pawn Stars.
I'll get my guy to come look at it and see what it's worth.
All right. You wouldn't happen to be able to direct me to someone who deals in armor, would you?
Yeah, sure. Right around the corner, you'll find Laura's armor and shields.
I appreciate it.
I'll turn to Marek as we're leaving the armor smith and say, "You fancy a trip to a weaponsmith, perhaps?"
Yeah, I could do with getting a few things looked at.
Well, obviously, because I'm assuming the streets will be fairly busy. Just like pull up to a common and be like, "Happens to know where the closest weaponsmith is?"
Yeah, sure. And he gives you directions to. Man, why is the name changing? How did that happen? He gives you the directions to the Fox's armament, which is where Adadiah just was.
Thank you, my good man. And we'll head that way.
I thought it was Miss at the armor smith.
Thank you, my good woman.
Oh, I guess I accidentally clicked that. Okay.
Do I need to go to a Fletcher, or do I
So-
need to go to a weaponsmith for bows? Is it
Yeah, you can just go to the weaponsmith. That's fine.
right? Do you? So I'll say on the way. Marek, is your weapon okay? Does it need repairing as well?
It needs a little bit of repairing. It took some damage from those bloody golems, or whatever they were, statues. So I could do with getting it repaired. Yeah, I just don't have any replacement really. Got this Morning Star that I've been holding on to for a while. Could do with getting rid of that.
I guess we'll go in once we get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are okay. So just tell me what you're looking to get. I'll just.
And just basically like, what sort of? Has he got any special bows? Any specifically composite longbows? Anything magical?
Let's see. No magical bows.
Any magical daggers?
No, but he says he does have some magical arrows.
Oh yeah. I'll ask for some more detail on those. What do they do?
Okay. He says, I have a set of hushing arrows. He says it's a magically enchanted arrow It makes no sound on release or as it flies through the air. And a creature that is struck by the hushing arrow is affected by a silence spell for about a half a minute.
And how many of these arrows do you have?
He says I have 10, but they're going to cost you 550 gold apiece.
A piece.
Yes, sir.
Far too pricey for my liking.
Per arrow.
Mm,
Beasting.
yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Very well.
Marek?
This sword, and I'm gonna pull out my sword and hand it to him. Could it be doing with any repairs at all? I mean, it feels less balanced than it did before. Just give it a swing. You'll know what I mean.
What sword is it?
It's my masterwork longsword.
Yeah, he checks it out. He says, yeah, I could fix this. Probably for about 40 gold.
How long do you think that'd take?
About a day. Are you guys remembering all these prices? Because I didn't write any of them down, so.
I know I am owed an unknown amount, but yeah.
Okay.
Got a rather well-crafted morning sword here. Morning star, rather. Take a look at that. Tell me how much you think that's worth.
He checks it out and he says he'll
I've got to
give you-
say that's at least 50 gold right there.
Yeah, I'll give you 50 gold for it.
Okay.
Can I just say like 1 second before he hands it over? Because I want to just do my own appraisal of it.
Well,
Is that alright?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 50 gold seems to be a pretty fair price. It's not on the high end, but it's definitely not like on the low end either.
Okay. Just making sure he's not getting ripped off, that's all.
No.
Okay, so we'll say net you owe me 5 gold. 10 gold. Can't do my maths today.
That was for the
Repair in the morning.
for the repair. Okay. Well, no, I think
You said 40 gold for the repair and you're
40.
giving
So,
him 50.
okay, 10. Yeah, so yeah, you get 10 gold.
Rich man, don't spend it all at once.
Oh, I won't. I might give it to charity.
That is money today. You better hold on to it.
All right. Any more? Is there any more shopping stuff that you guys need to do?
I'm all done.
I'm unloading a masterwork set of hide armor and a regular chain shirt.
Okay. We'll just say you get like 80 for that.
Okay. And I'm also looking for, some like alchemist fire and thunderstones and smoke pellets.
I thought you already had some of that. You looking for more?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. Yeah, just any of that stuff you want to buy, just buy it, and whatever the cost is in the book or in the website, just pay it.
All right. How much you say I get from the armor smith again?
Was for the masterwork hide and for what else?
Regular chain shirt.
Did I say 80? I think.
I thought you said 80.
Yeah, 80.
Yeah. Okay.
80.
Cool.
All right. Is that it for the shopping stuff?
Yeah.
Kind of looking for a special cloak, a hooded cloak. Is there anything? Cloaks can be enchanted with magical properties, can't they?
Yes.
Where would I find one of those?
There's like a sort of like a general magic shop.
Let's go there then. and ask about.
Yeah, I'll go with him as well. Do like a good cloak.
Hmm. Sorry, this is loading up pretty slow. Too slow. Maybe shoulder slot, yeah. Okay, so you go into the general magic store and you ask the guy for some cloaks. He says, "Well, I have a few cloaks. What kind of budget are you looking at?"
Anywhere from 500 to 2,000.
Okay. He says, "I have a cloak of resistance, which will give you protection from. Will give you magical protection. I also have a cloak of the elven kind,
What does that
which
do?
they're pretty rare. I dare say you may not see another one for as long as you live. They're designed to reflect the wearer's surroundings, aiding him in blending in with any terrain."
I grin. That's exactly what I'm looking for. How much is this?
It says I could part with it for about 2,800 gold.
Fortunately, I don't have quite that much amount of money. So, like, out of game terms, is that providing stealth a ton or something? What does that provide?
Yeah, the wearer gains a +5 bonus on stealth checks.
Right.
How about the cloak of resistance? What does that do?
That gives you a bonus on your saving throws.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. My grin turns to a meh. I can't afford that, unfortunately, sir.
Okay, well, I don't imagine selling it anytime soon, so if you ever in need, come on by.
Maybe.
What do you think to this that I've got? And I'm going to show him the quiver of efficiency that I picked up.
He starts looking at it. He kind of investigates it. Do you tell him anything about it, or?
Just that I know it's a very efficient quiver, and it allows me to through some sort of magic mumbo jumbo. It allows you to hold about 3 times as much arrows as normal.
He says, "Yes, I've heard of these." And he kind of like casts a quick enchantment, and he says, "I could get it off you for about 800."
Ooh, about 800. I was thinking more along the lines of 1,500.
Yikes! That's a little high. That's pretty much what I would sell it for. So how about we go 1,000? That's probably the most I can give you.
I think 1,300. You're still making a 200 gold profit, and you're helping out a paladin of the Eye of Justice.
Nah, it's okay. I think I'll pass.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't play the paladin card all the time.
It's like, don't get me wrong, you paladins are nice enough guys, but
Not worth the risk.
I gotta feed my kid too.
So you're gonna hold on to it?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it.
Okay. All right. Is that it on shopping, or are we?
You three done shopping?
I'm done shopping.
Yeah.
Anything in the price range from what I've said in regards to any belts or rings of sort of an agile, dexterous nature.
Let's see. Belts. Not quite in that range. Says
Rings?
I have a belt of tumbling.
No, not interested. Sorry.
Okay.
Any rings?
Let's see. Rings. I got a ring of climbing
Mm-hmm.
and a ring of swimming.
No, I'm good. I'll be back for that cloak though.
Oh, you know what? And I did just get this in, and she pulls another ring out. She says, "This is a ring of feather fall."
Oh yeah, what does that look? What does that do?
If you fall from something high, instead of just falling down, you sort of float down like a feather.
No, I'm good. Pretty agile.
Okay,
But I'll be back for the cloak at some point.
sounds great.
Are you done here, Marek?
Gone, yeah.
Okay. What time is it?
It's kind of getting close to twilight.
Do you guys want to call it a day, yeah?
Yeah, that's
Well,
probably a
wait.
good point.
I'll go meet at the Temple of Helm and say we pick up there next time.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. We can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
So in about 2-3 months' time.
all right.
Hopefully not that long this time.
So I'm gonna be optimistic and say that the only reason we went so long is because the holidays. Right? Everybody was busy
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
holiday. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Okay, so let's plan on playing in 2 weeks. I think that's Adam if your schedule is. If you're
Oh,
all. or-
I got sacked, so my
Oh.
job's like.
Oh, dude.
Sorry,
My
Give me a
man.
schedule's
bike
totally
messenger
open.
now. Give me a bike messenger now.
That's true.
Well, probably 2 weeks from today then, if that works out for everybody.
Yeah, should
Or
do.
Should.
Saturday or Friday or whatever day. I'm open.
I mean, Sunday works well for me. I don't know if that's
Works all right.
Friday,
so
Saturday, Sunday is basically what I'm on now.
unless I could do Saturday. Like if Saturday's better, I can do Saturday.
Well, with Sunday, so long as it's no later than this, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah, this would be like
That's cool.
2 o'clock, just like we did today.
That's fine with me.
That works for me too.
Oh my god, we're actually gonna have a date before we end the session?
Really?
No way!
That's the
Yeah,
first
wait for
time.
it to come off.
Was that our
Also,
New Year's
Depends
resolution?
if I get a new job or not. If I get a new job, I could easily.
Oh,
be
you're
working
screwed.
then
Fuck you.
Uh,
This is
also, I
your.
still don't think we got XP from the statues.
Oh, what? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Really?
Is it?
Yeah, because I
I
watched
don't know.
because
We got
prepa-
83 from
no, listen.
the Basilisk, didn't we?
Before we started this, I wanted to I listened to the last 30 minutes of the session, the previous one, because I was like, oh shit, I don't remember what the hell was going on. And on it, I gave you guys experience, so you did.
Yeah. Usually we
Yeah,
get.
okay.
I'm not worried about that session. I'm worried about this session.
All right. Well, in that case, let's see.
Big money, big money. 700.
We're gonna go over 9,000.
700.
Don't you guys need 700, don't you?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm adding it up.
You're gonna say
In before
625.
680.
Let's see. Right now, I got you at 480 apiece. I'm trying to think if there's any good reason to give you any extra. I'm gonna give
At
you
least-
guys.
Haviland should get something for the dolphin.
Oh yeah.
No, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys 220 extra. 110 for the dolphin,
Gosh.
and another 110 for the heart-to-heart between Haviland and his long-lost son.
So basically, we owe 200. Our leveling up to Haviland.
You all got everyone gets 700, so you guys level.
Yeah.
Reach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. DM.
That's contingent on us playing in 2 weeks. If we don't play in 2 weeks, then you lose the
No level up.
you lose the bonus 220 experience points.
Okay.
That's the way that works.
So if you get a job, you need to tell them that you've got plans like a wedding to go to on Sunday or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
like when they
Be
hire,
like I did at Subway. Tell them you got AA.
just say
Yeah.
every other
Yeah.
Sunday.
It's got to be something serious. So it's either a wedding, a funeral, or
No, it can
AA.
be.
Your
What about-
AA meeting.
If you say it's like for religious purposes, like you can't work on Sundays, that would be like discrimination if they didn't
Yeah.
hire you because of that.
Yeah, but they'll probably ask me that when I go for an interview. Do you have any religious things that'll stop you? At this point, I'm going to be like, I need a job. Probably say no.
If you need me to worship
I
the
need
devil for a
Sundays
job, I
off
will.
Well, you could
It's
be like,
fucked
well,
up.
it's interesting you asked that because the threefold God actually requires that we do not work on Sunday. So
Every other Sunday.
It's just every other Sunday. It's not like your regular.
it's not like the Mormons. We can
Morning
every
God.
other Sunday instead of.
Well, so long as the person hiring you doesn't come from the Temple of Helm, then you should be alright with that.
Yeah, yeah. Temple of Helm, Tyr, Torm, basically anyone that isn't also a threefold god person.
Oh, we get a new stat. We get a stat upgrade.
You gonna enjoy that,
Oh,
aren't
we
you?
do, don't we?
Oh
We get a stat
yeah.
upgrade.
It's just 1 point, isn't it?
Yeah, just 1 point.
No
go
use
for
to me
stats.
anywhere. I'm all rounded up.
All right, so we will be back in 2 weeks. If you want to catch any of the VODs, they will be up on YouTube. Probably
Eric, you gonna give out your phone number again?
probably tomorrow.
Oh, no.
You can
That's
watch.
past.
You can watch the YouTube VODs at The Paper Champ is the name of my YouTube channel. And then you can follow me on Twitter if you want to know when we go live. That is at Greg_Feeney, FEENEY. Anybody else got any shout outs or anything they want to do before we...
Yeah. Haviland Crim's phone number is. Just give me a second. No, I'm not that bad. I'm not that. He had a worried look on his face, man.
I don't know. I could see like the ladies giving him a call after that, like all the sensitive, like
Yeah.
he was like, man.
I want him to be the father of my son.
That's what I'm saying.
kind of
Like
stuff.
there was probably some women in the audience. Their ovaries were just like screaming for Haviland at that point.
I've never taken off the
Sounds like
hat.
a serious
Eric.
medical condition.
He said they were crimming for it, like creaming.
They're like, I want to know what the tingle of magic feels like.
The Haviland cream.
Just put an acute accent over the I and you've got it. Haviland cream.
Oh,
All right.
sounds good.
Thanks everybody that's watched.